Hey guys, backstage at Falls, and I'm here with Mac DeMarco. How's it going, mate?
It's good. I'm just eating a corn chip right now.
Did you want me to start again? We'll just get rid of the corn chip thing. No, we'll keep the corn chip in.
Chips are fine, yeah.
Yeah, great. Well, how are you enjoying Australia? You're back again. It's nice and hot today. You just arrived from New York.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to be back. I guess last time we were here was Laneway last year, pretty much the same time of year last year, maybe a little bit later, but no, it's good. It's good. I've got a lot of friends. Excited to see everybody. I don't know. Christmas was nice, but now it's over. You know?
Yeah. Well, speaking of Laneway, you were here, and I was talking to a few people backstage who are excited to see you performing, and they said that they saw you at Laneway and that you're a really nice guy, and you were chatting with some fans after the show as well. And do you enjoy catching up with people, like fans?
Yeah, I mean, if it's not like... it's nice at festivals, especially because it's like, sometimes at our own shows, I can end up like, sitting there for hours and hours and hours, which is fine, but sometimes we gotta skedaddle, But at festivals, it's kind of like, well, it's only the kids, because they're here to say a bunch of stuff, but it's the kids that are like really like, oh, I want to say what's up. And yeah, why not?
Awesome. Well, you dropped another one back in August. It's gone quite well in Australia. Do you find that Australian people tend to get the... like the Canadian way of life and your music, do you reckon that it transposes quite well across to Australian fans?
I mean, I guess I feel like whenever I come here, it feels. I mean, obviously there's like different accent and little, different things here and there, but I kind of feel a pretty strong Canadian vibe, which is maybe it's kind of like we're both countries that the Queen just forgot about, But I don't know. It's something about it is a very comfortable for me, which is it's nice to tour in a place like that.
Yeah, it's great. Now, with the album, it's received quite a good critical success. A lot of people have given it quite good reviews, but you've been quite prolific with releasing your stuff, because there was a couple of EPs and albums, and since 2012, I think you've dropped 5. Mm-hmm. So, is it very hard keeping up with yourself, or did you like to just keep busy with writing?
I don't know. I mean, people ask a lot. They're like, how do you do it? You're doing it all the time. But for me, it's kind of like, I mean, I can't do it when I'm on tour. But when I'm home, I mean, me making music is like pretty much the only thing I really enjoy doing when I'm home. I mean, other stuff, I guess. But it is like a hobby, I guess. So if I do something, then I usually just want to show it to people, So it's not super weird for me. Sometimes I get like... we've been out, like for right now, for example, we've been on tour pretty much since the album came out, so now I'm really getting the itch, like I want to go home and make some, make a record or something, but I just enjoy doing it, so I do it, I guess,
So do you prefer more being in the studio and writing than, say, out on the road?
I don't think I prefer one to the other. There's nice things about both of them, but I think that, you just got to find a balance in between the two. Like I was saying, if I'm out on the road for too long, then I want to go right. If I'm home for too long, sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to go on tour, But it really just depends, I think. The touring thing is like you see a billion people every night. It's like your birthday every night. You're having a great time. You're having some drinks, yada, yada, yada. And then, at home, it's like I sit in a room by myself for a month, and but it's good, but it's for different reasons.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's great. One of the things I found interesting, and I'm sure many people have asked you about this, is at the end of your recent album mentioning your address and to come over and have a coffee. Mm-hmm. Why did you decide to divulge that, which a lot of people like their privacy and their off time, but and also, have you had a lot of people coming around?
I guess... Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I guess the real reasoning is like I live in a weird part of New York City now, very far away from everything. Nobody really, like, it's kind of like families, like, weird kind of suburb, but also kind of a ghetto kind of zone. But in the winter, I don't see anybody, and I wrote the album in the winter, so I think I was feeling pretty lonely. And then what I didn't realize is that in the summer, it's the beach, so everybody's there. But yeah, we got 500-600 people coming over. The summer was crazy. I still get a couple people every once in a while. A kid showed up on Christmas Day. I don't remember his name, but he was like, yeah, my family, I finally convinced them to like let me come down here by myself. And I was like, dude, it's Christmas, and like, what if I wasn't here? Like, you're crazy. But And it's cool. I mean, I don't regret it. It was a weird decision, but it's been interesting.
Yeah. And if you change your mind, you could always just move, and then someone else has to deal with the problem.
Exactly, my landlord.
Well, with that, I mean, the album does finish with the instrumental track, with the music and the waves as well. It was a very good. It meshes well together. Was that something that you were just riding on the beach and it just felt good to put them together?
That thing I had, that little lick thing, I think I wrote on a plane or something at some point. But the water, I mean, for me, it's kind of like that reminds me of the period. The music reminds me of the period I've been living in that house. And also, yeah, the water is like there's a lot beside my house, a little beach into the bay there. So it's kind of like, yeah, I could just, because all my albums are made in different crappy places that I've lived, and it's nice to be able to remember every place that I've been, I guess. So it's just a bit of that, you know.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, you're performing later this afternoon. Looking forward to the set. Is there anything we can sort of expect, or just a good, happy, fun time, really?
I think it should just be fun, I think, yeah. I'm a little hungover today, but
That's all right.
it'll be fine.
You had a long flight. We'll just call it jet lag.
Little jet lag, yeah. We saw Star Wars last night with the King Gizzard guys, and I didn't drink at all over the holidays, and last night was like, I'm with some friends, we're gonna see Star Wars. I got so drunk that I fell asleep halfway through the movie, which was like,
What?
But I've seen it. It was my fifth time seeing it, so
yeah.
it was okay. But man, yeah, it was a really strange feeling getting woken up after the movie. But loved the first half just as much as any of the other times, so no problem.
We'll talk conspiracy theories in the film a bit later, but thank you very much for having a chat, and all the best with the set. Looking forward to the show.
All right.